welcome viewers. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. I'm Hina Gambhir. Those were the headlines at this hour. Let's begin with the big focus that we have for you right now, and this is about the decision of Centre to ban Telegram platform till 22nd of June. Now, the matter is being heard in the court, and Centre has tried to justify the ban in High Court. Centre has said that Telegram is convenient for terror acts. Centre has also claimed that Telegram's features can be exploited. App's features can actually be used to spread leaked papers, and that's the reason why it was important for Centre to take this kind of a measure, and that's the reason why Centre has decided to, in fact, ban the usage of Telegram app here in India till 22nd of June. Let's go across to my colleague Priyank, who is joining us live right now for more on this. Priyank, you know, when this notification came that the Centre has decided to ban Telegram till 22nd of June and its message editing feature will remain disabled till 30th of June, many people were surprised because no such action has been taken on other platforms. What is it that the Centre is saying now in the High Court to justify its decision?
See, Hina, on one side, the Telegram makers have been trying to justify a political strategy behind banning of the Telegram. But during the course of argument which is happening right now at this High Court here in the national capital, there have been clear-cut messaging which is coming out from the Solicitor General side, who's representing the Centre, that the I4C, which is the nodal cyber unit of the central government, of the Ministry of Home Affairs, had time and again given these kind of references and letters to the central government that Telegram is certainly a platform which is suitable for the anti-national activities, which means the terror activity. But at this platform, they are not going to discuss about it. On counter to that, the Telegram makers have given a statement before the court that so far 1,300,000 URLs have been referred to them by the central government, which has been taking note of that. So the argument is certainly going into a direction where the Telegram is being portrayed as one of the key platforms where the architecture is such which cannot be tracked by the law enforcement agency, and the kind of activity which has been happening on Telegram has been very much lethal for the maintenance of the law and order here in the country is concerned. But since Telegram was the only platform where all these PDFs were shared during the NEET paper examination and before that, that's why the NET had given this particular letter to the Ministry of Home Affairs, which has been taken into consideration. And even if I was talking to you, there have been many notifications which is coming on Telegram app. But the moment we are trying to open it up and see that whether the texts are there, the texts are not visible. So the notifications are coming, but the Telegram is certainly not responding. There have been a series of arguments which has happened in the court, which we have already told to viewers. On one side, the Telegram has been saying that we have been maintaining the norms of the government, where 13,000 URLs have been taken care of. On the other side, the statement for I4C, which is the nodal agency, is being mentioned. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta has also said that the core problem lies in the Telegram underlying architecture, which is particularly a bot infrastructure, and therefore the features enable large-scale development in this particular case. They have been very strong observation which is being made by the central side. The Centre has informed the High Court that no individual users can come up, and the UAE-based company has been approached before the Lordship. So at this moment, the Centre has told it to the High Court that it is a UAE-based company which has been dealing with it. The NEET paper examination leak is not a single agency concern, but a major law and order issue, and it's only the paper and the personal data. This is what the Centre has said. So the argument has been continuing, but it's for the court to decide that whether the banning will continue or not.
Right, but it's very interesting the kind of observations are being made by the High Court at this point in time, as Priyank was also reading out for our viewers the information that's coming in from the courtroom. The battle has now moved the court because Telegram, the company, is clearly unhappy with this ban that has been imposed from the Centre side on the app till 22nd of this month. Remember, on 21st of June, we have the re-examination of NEET UG 2026, and then till 22nd, it's going to remain banned for everybody, for all users. Kritika, my colleague, is also now joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Kritika, now, an interesting point being made by the High Court while the hearing is going on, that how can one stop the rights of other users merely because of one set of citizens that's appearing for the examination? I mean, it is unfair. The court is asking to other Telegram users in the country, why should the app be banned for everybody?
Well, absolutely, Hina. This is also what the founder of Telegram has, in fact, been stating multiple times now. He's maintained that, in fact, 150 million users are being unfairly as far as this ban is concerned, and that the leaks have only moved on to a different platform, that this ban is not at all, in fact, effective in ensuring that such leaks do not take place. What is also being, in fact, currently stated is that, remember, Education Ministry had directly met with the representatives of both Meta as well as Telegram as well, and they were all advised to ensure that such messages are not crept up, and that the platforms also have to ensure that their vigilance is such that any sorts of messages around leaks are in fact curtailed from the get-go itself. However, that has not been made possible, and which is why the government is arguing that the ban becomes very important, and this is why access is being curtailed. However, even right now, what is again being questioned is the use of Telegram through the use of VPNs. There are VPNs that using which not only just texting, but even the editing features are still very much available on the application. We saw how, despite the ban, for 30 hours, the application was still available on Apple Play Store, on Apple's App Store as well. So that was also another glitch that was pointed out by users. And in fact, a lot of students are stating that they not only use the platform for NEET-related help, but their notes, their class notes are shared via Telegram. A lot of coaching groups have their platforms on Telegram. That is how they get their access to other competitive examination, and all of that is currently suffering because of this ban that has been levied. Yes, Hina.
Right. Kritika, stay on with us. Let me go back to Priyank Tripathi once again. Priyank, now, I was just looking at some data from around the world. Now, temporarily, even other countries have banned Telegram in the past because of some specific activities.
See, the basic fact which has been told to the High Court is regarding the architecture of Telegram, which is slightly difficult for the agencies to track. But in this case of scenario, since the reference of terror activity being so much commonly seen on Telegram app has been pointed out by the center, but the center itself has clearly stated that they are not going to this particular aspect. They are only concerned about the right of the student. But the argument is certainly not going in the favor of the center, Hina, because the High Court has also made an observation that the point is that whether for protecting the right of a particular class, the right of other citizens cannot be curtailed down. So in this particular point, the High Court has certainly been giving reference that, okay, you have some issue which is related to the right of the student, where the law and order situation need to be maintained, the right of the students can be maintained. But for protecting a particular class of the society, which in this particular case are the student, are the parents, those people who have been affected, you cannot curtail down the right of other individuals who have been using this particular platform. So at this note, the High Court has certainly been giving a reference that this is the scenario. To the best of my knowledge, since we have covered multiple cases like this, SG will certainly change his stand on, try to go in the direction where he will try to suggest it to the court that this particular ban is only for 2 days of time period, because the exam is near the corner, and certainly much before the exam, only for 48 hours, we are trying to cut down and cut size the kind of interaction which is happening in Telegram. But the big question is that whether in this kind of scenario only one app was feasible, because before Telegram also, Hina, there have been instances where paper leak has happened. Before Telegram could actually be used, there have been several incidences of paper leak which has been seen in this country, which has certainly affected the right of many of the students. So
Right.
only by banning one app, whether this problem could be resolved or not, and if that is the scenario, whether for a particular class, which is a student, parents, and the teachers,
Right.
can you cut down the right of other individuals, and the entire platform can be, cut to size, and no
Right.
interaction can happen. So this is a basic argument which is going on. But looking at the last statement which came out from the Honorable High Court,
Right.
I'm sure the SG will be trying to dilute the point a bit and will try to give it a picture that this is only for 48 hours. Let's see what happens.
Well, absolutely, because, Internet Freedom Foundation, for example, has said that this is a band-aid solution and it is a disproportionate answer to exam fraud. So there are arguments on both sides, viewers. Like I was talking to Priyank earlier, since 2015, viewers, at least a total of 31 countries have implemented at least a temporary or a permanent ban on Telegram app specifically for a number of reasons. So we'll see what eventually happens in the court today. Thank you very much for the moment, Priyank, as well as Kritika. Appreciate both of you for joining us.